यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन जमुनतीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रजजनरञ्जन यमुनतीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधा माधव जय राधा माधव जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय श्रील प्रभुपाद गौर प्रेमानंदे जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्योष्टोत्तरशत ISKCON BBT founder answered his divine grace Abhay Charanarvindo Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Shri Shri Radha Madhava Shakti Vrinda Srimad Mahaprabhu Panchatattva Shri Pralad Nrsimhadev Shri Mayapur Chandra ki Shri Navadip Mayapur Dham ki Srila Prabhupada ki Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि श्री गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, text, third canto, chapter 15, text number also 15. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayat. The chapter entitled as The Description of the Kingdom of God. Yatra cha ādyaḥ pumān āste yatra cādyaḥ pumān āste bhagavān śabda-gocaraḥ bhagavān śabda-gocaraḥ sattvaṁ viṣṭabhya virajam satyam viṣṭabhya virajam svānāṁ naha mṛḍayan vṛṣaḥ svānāṁ no mṛḍayan vṛṣaḥ yatra cādyaḥ pumān āste bhagavān śabda-gocaraḥ sattvaṁ viṣṭabhya virajam svānāṁ no mṛḍayan vṛṣaḥ yatra cādyaḥ pumān āste bhagavān śabda-gocaraḥ sattvaṁ viṣṭabhya virajam svānāṁ no mṛḍayan vṛṣaḥ. Yes. Cādyaḥ pumān āste bhagavān śabda-gocaraḥ sattvaṁ viṣṭabhya virajam yatra cādyaḥ pumān āste bhagavān śabda-gocaraḥ bhagavān śabda-gocaraḥ no mṛḍayan yogaha. Any Vaishnavis? Yatra cādyaḥ pumān āste bhagavān śabda-gocaraḥ sattvaṁ viṣṭabhya virajam svānāṁ no mṛḍayan vṛṣaḥ. Yatra, in the Vaikuṇṭha planets, cha and ādyah, original, pumān, person, āste, is there, bhagavān, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, śabda-gocaraḥ, understood through the Vedic literature. Sattvaṁ, the mood of goodness, viṣṭabhya, accepting, virajam, uncontaminated, svānāṁ, of his own associates, naha, us, mṛḍayan, increasing happiness, vṛṣaḥ, the personification of religious principles. Is there any issues with the microphone? Huh? Can you hear? No. You can hear? Okay. Should I wait or? Okay. Okay, let's wait. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. If there is any cordless also, we can continue. Any cordless is there? Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Rakesh Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. This is also not proper. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Bhagavān is śabda-gocaraḥ, but śabda is not working. Then how to continue? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, translation: in the Vaikuṇṭha planets is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the original person and who can be understood through the Vedic literature. He is full of the uncontaminated mode of goodness, with no place for passion and ignorance. He contributes religious progress for the devotees. Purport by Srila Prabhupada: the kingdom of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the spiritual sky cannot be understood by any process other than hearing from the description of the Vedas. No one can go see it. In this material world also, one who is unable to pay to go for a far distant place by motorized conveyances can only understand about the place from authentic books. Similarly, the Vaikuṇṭha planets in the spiritual sky are beyond this material sky. The modern scientists who are trying to travel in space are having difficulty going even to the nearest planet, the moon. To say nothing of the highest planets within the universe. There is no possibility that they can go beyond the material sky, enter the spiritual sky and see for themselves the spiritual planets, Vaikuṇṭha. Therefore, the kingdom of God in the spiritual sky can be understood only through the authentic descriptions of the Vedas and Puranas. In the material world, there are three modes of material qualities: goodness, passion and ignorance. But in the spiritual world, there is no trace of the modes of passion and ignorance. There is only the mode of goodness, which is uncontaminated by any tinge of ignorance or passion. In the material world, even if a person is completely in goodness, he is sometimes subject to be polluted by tinges of the modes of ignorance and passion. But in the Vaikuṇṭha world, the spiritual sky, only the mode of goodness in its pure form exists. The Lord and His devotees resides in the Vaikuṇṭha planets, and they are of the same transcendental quality, namely Shuddha Sattva, the mode of pure goodness. The Vaikuṇṭha planets are very dear to the Vaishnavas, and for the progressive march of the Vaishnavas toward the kingdom of God, the Lord Himself helps His devotees. Hari Om Tat Sat. Mukam karati vācālam pangum langhayate girim yat kripatamaham vande Shri Guru Vinatariram Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Swaram. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimati Jayapataka Swamiti Namo Acharya Padaya Nitaya Patanami Gaurapathanam Namaram Panchapurvati Krishna Hare Krishna. So I humbly seek blessings of all the assembled Vaishnavas here, so that we can speak few words with Srila Prabhupada's and Vaishnavas' empowerment on this verse for Krishna's pleasure. So this is very important indication by Lord Brahma, who has been narrating about the Vaikuṇṭha planets. The chapter is about the description of the kingdom of God. So, as Srila Prabhupada wrote in the purport, that if someone is not able to travel to some distant place or countries by the help of the motorized vehicle, aeroplane, whatever, then there is one option left for him, is that he can listen the narration or the description about that place from someone who has perfect knowledge about that particular place. So similarly, these Vaikuṇṭha planets are completely opposite in nature than the material world. Material worlds are called kuṇṭha places. It's full of anxiety. But Vaikuṇṭha is where there is no kuṇṭha, there is no anxiety. Therefore, this material world is filled with these three modes of the material nature, namely goodness, passion and ignorance, and mostly passion and ignorance, and sometimes there is also goodness. And even if someone is situated in the mode of goodness, but sometimes, or we can say more accurately, most of the times he falls back into passion and ignorance. Whereas the Vaikuṇṭha planets are completely full of pure goodness. There is no tinge of even this material goodness, this transcendental goodness, viṣṭabhya sattva. Sattvam viṣṭabhya. Sattvam viṣṭabhya. So this sattva is pure goodness. Therefore, if someone wants to know about the spiritual world or want to have access to the spiritual world, they must take the guidance, roadmap, instructions to know about that particular place, that specific world, Vaikuṇṭha planets, and what is the process to go there, Abhideva. These all things will be revealed by the devotees, by the associates of Lord, who are already coming from that world or who has the perfect knowledge about that world by the method of Guru Parampara, disciplic succession. They have heard it properly from their authorities. There are two almost similar in sound words. One is oral. Oral means through mouth. So the spiritual master gives the knowledge out by his oral deliverance. He is delivering the message orally. O-R-A-L, oral. But there is another word, oral. A-U-R-A-L, means by hearing. So Guru gives the knowledge orally and disciples take the knowledge orally. So Prabhupada writes in many places, through faithful and submissive oral reception, not only just oral reception, faithful and submissive oral reception. Why faithful and submissive? Why not we can just go and hear and take the knowledge? No, it's not possible. Because the particular word mentioned here is Bhagavān is śabda-gocaraḥ. Prabhupada translated as understood through the Vedic literature. So the Vedic literature or the Vedic knowledge which is brought down by the spiritual masters, by the sages from the ancient period. From time immemorial, this knowledge is coming down through this disciplic succession. Only by hearing, only by submissive, faithful hearing, one can know about this knowledge. Vedic scriptures, when Vyasdev, he completed all the Puranas and Upanishads. After completing the Upanishads, he thought of writing Vedanta Sutra. Vedanta Sutras or the Brahma Sutras are the conclusion, the conclusive statement about the Vedic knowledge. So there are, anybody knows how many Vedanta Sutras are there? It's 555. 555. 555 Vedanta Sutras are there in 4 different chapters and 4 different subsections in each chapter. So the Vedanta Sutras written by Vyasdev is very complicated. You see, when we read Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam and other scriptures, the verses are all usually 4 lines or sometimes 6 lines, sometimes 8 lines. But Vedanta Sutras are only 1 line, 1 sentence. And some of the sutras are only 1 word. 1 word. Like there is one sutra, sappayat, only 1 word, sappayat. So how to understand? Swa means self, apayat means to enter. So even if you take the word meaning, still you will not understand anything. What is the meaning of self-entering? So we need to see the Vedic injunctions through the lenses of our previous acharyas. Therefore, there are many schools who have given commentaries on the Vedanta Sutras, starting from Sripad Shankaracharya down to Sripad Baldev Vidyabhushan. So, Baldev Vidyabhushan is the Vaishnava compiler of the Vedanta Sutras explanation. His commentary, which is known as famous Govinda Bhasha. So this is all, they have actually decoded the meaning of Vedanta Sutra, which is encrypted message. So they have decrypted it, decoded it for our understanding. But how to access them? It's not that just sound, some sound. It's sound, but at the same time, it is not like any normal, ordinary sound. Okay, we hear, we get knowledge. For example, when you go to the universities, we hear the lectures of the professors, and we hear it, we make the notes, and then we vomit everything on our exam paper, and we get marks, we get a job, and then life's goal is served. Means getting a good job. But spiritual knowledge is not like that. It's not that we can just buy Srimad Bhagavatam. How much Bhagavatam now? I don't know. 6,000? Huh? 10,000, okay. Sorry, I'm old-fashioned. I am not up to date. So 10,000, we spend 10,000 and we read Bhagavatam, we will not understand anything. Therefore, there's one Bengali poet, one village poet, when he went to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Puri, he had written some songs about Lord Jagannath and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Some khichdi. So Sharup Damodar, who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's access point, when he heard the poem, he said, "You are stupid." He wrote something like, Lord Jagannath is the body and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the soul. So Mahaprabhu entered into Jagannath, and now Jagannath became Sachal, moving Jagannath. So Sharup Damodar said, And you fool, how can you differentiate between the, you can differentiate soul and body in Lord. Lord has no separate soul. So, from the rhythmic point of view, or the poetic explanation, it might be very appreciable. But as far as the Siddhanta is concerned, it's all full of bogus things, nonsense. So he said, you go and study Vedic literature under the guidance of Vaishnavas. Jaho bhagavato parogiya bhagavato sthane ekanto ashray karo chaitanya charane. It's very significant. This is actually the master key to unlock the profound depth of Vedic knowledge. Bhagavat parogiya bhagavato sthane. It is, Krishna is śabda-gocaraḥ, here it is mentioned, śabda-gocaraḥ. So does that mean that we can just play with the shabdas, the words, and we can know Krishna? Not so easy. Not so easy. Therefore he has to go. So everyone in our parampara has approached the spiritual master, submissively surrendered unto him, served him, and then he received the knowledge. There is a accessibility needed. You cannot just be an expert ethical hacker to get the knowledge of scriptures. Okay, I know the password. Sometimes they will depict in a picture with some masks, black mask, and hacking and getting the information. No, you can't get like that. Every time you try to know it by your own effort, there will be a message popping up: access denied, access denied, access denied. And as long as we don't surrender unto the spiritual master, the guru, the sadhus, we can't know him. So therefore we need the help of the Bhakti Bhagavatas, the person Bhagavata. The Grantha Bhagavata is there, but the Grantha Bhagavata, if you go through the Grantha Bhagavata, study the Grantha Bhagavata for 10,000 years, what you can achieve by studying the Bhakti, the Grantha Bhagavata, the book Bhagavata by 10,000 years, the same effect you can get in 10 minutes in the association of a Bhakti Bhagavata. Because Bhakti Bhagavata is the personification of book Bhagavata. So therefore he said, Jaho, go, paro, study, Bhagavat, the Srimad Bhagavatam, Vaishnava Jaho Bhagavat Paragiya Bhagavatasthana. Go to a Bhakti Bhagavat, person Bhagavat, and study book Bhagavata. So I may think that, okay, and that's very easy. I can go to some Bhakti Bhagavat, I can pay some rupees, some course fee, and take the book and make notes and submit the CBA, OBA, sloka memorization, done. Course over and I got the knowledge. No. You have to also look to the next sentence. Ekanto ashray karo Chaitanya charane. Ekanto ashray. You have to very seriously and sincerely take shelter of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna, or his pure devotees. So ashray is very important. Without ashray, just approaching the Bhakti Bhagavata will not help you. Anybody can go in a challenging spirit. No, he has to take shelter. Ashray means I am a clean slate and you do whatever you like. Just like sometimes boys, small kids, they play with the clay. Any shape they can give with the clay. So a devotee, a sincere seeker of the Vedic knowledge should be like that. He should approach the spiritual master, the pure Vaishnavas, who can decode the meaning of the scriptures with submissive and faithful surrender. Otherwise he will not know anything. He can just go and sit in the class for many, many years. There are so many listeners in the class. They will just sit and very attentively they will hear. Why? Because the purpose is to take the notes, go somewhere else, vomit it and get popularity. I know many things. But it's therefore these scriptures are called revealed scriptures. It's not studied scriptures. It's not grabbed scriptures, they're revealed scriptures. So someone has to reveal. So who can reveal? One who has the password, one who has the key to open that treasure house. And the key is submissive devotion towards the Lord. So Krishna is śabda-gocaraḥ mentioned here. This particular word also reminds me about Kunti Mahani's prayer. She said, Akinchana gocharam. So Krishna is Akinchana gocharam, accessed through the Akinchana, the materially exhausted person. So here it is śabda-gocaraḥ, there it is Akinchana gocharam. So there must be some connection between these two. Shastra doesn't speak haphazardly. Must be there some connection. So it means that one who wants to know Krishna, who is a śabda-gocaraḥ, he should also become an akinchana. You become akinchana, and what is the process of becoming akinchana? Same process, through shabda. Just like before we joined in the Krishna consciousness movement, we all had our different ideas. I am this, I am such a great person, this, that, so many things. But when we come in front of the Vaishnavas, the Lord, and they actually help us to look within, not look outside what we have. He helps us to see that how poor I am. How poor I am. So therefore the duty of a Vaishnava, or we can say the most blissful and most auspicious responsibility of the true Vaishnavas is to make you feel that you are completely frustrated. You must be frustrated about the material world. Otherwise you cannot know spirituality. Spiritual knowledge can only be achieved by someone, attained by someone who is materially exhausted. He is interested in spiritual knowledge. He is interested in the spiritual world. As long as we have the attachment to the material world, how can we know about the spiritual world? So that is their job. The sadhu's job, the sadhu's business is to make you feel that you have nothing. You are poor, you are poorest. Even if you have so many things, but they will make you feel that. That is real sadhu. Sadhu is not for pampering. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur Prabhupada used to tell that preacher cannot be flatterer. Flatterer is a businessman. But a preacher should not be a flatterer. He should speak the truth. He should help us to see that how unfortunate I am. Without Krishna, I am bereft of Krishna, therefore I am the most wretched soul. So then we become akinchana. So I have spoken about this many times in this class, here in English Bhagavatam class, that the business of sadhu is to change your vision. Now we see so many things, but a sadhu knows how to see things. Just like when we go to the university, before a medical practitioner, a medical boy, when he gets admission to the medical college, before entering to the medical college, you give him one extra sheet. You look at that, he will not understand anything. But when he goes through the medical knowledge, then when he is expert, he sees the same extra, there is serious disease. But we cannot see that. Why? Because the knowledge has been developed, and through the knowledge the vision has also been developed. So the vision of the sinful people, as Srimad Bhagavatam says, janatagha viplava, tadvaga visarga janatagha viplava. These words of Srimad Bhagavatam, or the words of person Bhagavata, will bring a revolution. What revolution? The visionary revolution. Their vision will be changed, and also they will also become visionary. Previously we didn't have any vision. You ask a small boy, give him one 500 rupees note, say a 3 years old boy, 4 years old boy. You ask him, what is this? This is a paper. He will not understand what is the 500 rupees note, because he sees it's a paper. But the same 500 rupees is precious to an adult. He knows he can do so many things with this 500 rupees. So the same sheet, he has no knowledge what is there. So therefore when we do not have proper knowledge, we think we are all full of so much experience. We know so many things. But when he approaches sadhu, sadhu makes us understand that I am a full number one. And that is the teaching of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He also said that when I went to my Guru Maharaj, and my Guru Maharaj said, you are murkha, you are full. Guru more murkha dekhi korilo shasan. Prabhu koye shono shripad iharo karon. Guru more murkha dekhi korilo shasan. मूर्ख तुम्ही तुम्हार nahi vedanto adhikar, Krishna mantro japo sada ei mantrasar. So you are full, you have no accessibility in the Vedanta, in Veda, in the knowledge. You go and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Means following Guru's instruction. It does not mean that the disciple should not study scriptures, but the way Guru says, that in that way he has to study, in that way he has to see. Whenever we go into the classes, universities, whatever our teachers say, we accept it. We have blind faith on that because they are saying it's true, it's correct. So our vision gets changed. So when we associate with the pure sadhu, the result is that our views will be changed. Just like now you take this one bottle of water, and you ask anyone, what is that? Anybody can tell this is water. It is water. So you can wash your hand, you can throw it, you can gargle, so many things you can do with that. But as soon as you offer this water to the Supreme Lord, and then you bring it, what is this? And devotees say, oh, this is Krishna's Mahaprasad. So how is that possible? Because his vision has got changed now, because it is offered to Krishna. But an ordinary man, outsiders will not understand, this is water only, because they do not have knowledge. So the power of Shabda is in transformation, not in information. There are so many informations everywhere, it is available in the whole world. But what word can change us, transform us, that is more important. Therefore Srila Prabhupada writes in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the third canto, 26th chapter is very important. Please hear this. It is stated also in the Vedanta Sutra that sound is the origin of all objects of material possession, and that by sound one can also dissolve this material existence. We all know that in the Srishti Tattva, everything emanated from sound. The original thing was sound. And one can also dissolve this material existence by same thing, sound. We are speaking about Vedanta Sutras. There are 55 Vedanta Sutras. Anybody knows the last Vedanta Sutra? The last aphorism? No? The last Vedanta Sutra is Anavritti Shabdat. Anavritti Shabdat means, Anavritti means liberation. No coming back to the material world. Complete liberation. Anavritti Shabdat. Liberation by sound. This is the conclusion of all Vedic scriptures. The conclusion of Vedanta Sutra means all Vedic scriptures. Conclusion of all Vedic scriptures. So it started with what? Athato Brahma Jigyasa. So there also it is about sound. Jigyasa means oral reception. So started with Brahma Jigyasa and ended with Shabdat. Means Shabda, the sound vibration is the most important. Any time you are absorbed in somehow you are engrossed in materialistic thing, and the moment you take the headphone and start to listen some words, and maybe the Mangalachan by Srila Prabhupada, Bande Aham Shri Guru, immediately you are transferred to the material world. Immediately. Any single sentence from a pure devotee will transport you to the material world. Immediately. At once. That is the power of Shabda. Similarly, when you are hearing some lectures and in Krishna Katha, and somehow or other there is one, maybe in some Grihastha houses when you go in programs, so from kitchen they are cooking, and accidentally one vessel, it fell into the ground, and hey, what happened? So you see the sound has taken their attention there. So immediately the spiritual connection is broken, and the connection, material connection is established. So it's all by sound. Just like Srila Prabhupada said, if someone is sleeping in deep sleep, so what is the best way to awake him? Make tumultuous sound. And so sound is the most powerful. So Prabhupada continues here. The entire material manifestation began from sound, and sound can also end material entanglement if it has a particular potency. The particular sound capable of doing this is the transcendental vibration of Hare Krishna. Our entanglement in material affairs has begun from material sound. Now we must purify that sound in spiritual understanding. There is sound in the spiritual world also. If we approach that sound, then our spiritual life begins, and the other requirements for spiritual advancement can be supplied. We have to understand very clearly that sound is the beginning of the creation of all material objects for our sense gratification. Similarly, if sound is purified, our spiritual necessities also are produced from that same sound. So it's all sound. Therefore, Krishna consciousness also starts with Shravanam, Smaranam, Arhanam. H.G.Mani says, we are suffering here. Bhaveshmin klishmananam. We are suffering in this material world, in this bhava samsar. We are suffering. Why? Avidya kama karma. Because of avidya, because of ignorance. Because of ignorance we create karma. Avidya kama karma bhi. Because of ignorance we become desirous. Avidya kama karma bhi. And then we create karma. So, how to come out of the ignorance? Ignorance is darkness. To dissipate the darkness you need light. Similarly, to dissipate the ignorance you need knowledge. So knowledge comes through hearing. Therefore, submissive, faithful hearing is the first and foremost qualification. Srila Prabhupada writes in 1.2.16, purport last line, the eagerness to hear about the Supreme Lord is the first qualification to enter into the kingdom of God. That is the first qualification. Sometimes we see there is much negligence about this in our movement. We are not interested in hearing. We are engaged in doing so many things. Srila Prabhupada established this movement for Shravanam and Kirtanam. This is the only purpose. Kirtan comes, Prabhupada told in many places he said, unless you do perfect hearing, how can you do Kirtan? And unless there is perfect Kirtan, chanting, how can you do Smaran? So, the beginning is perfect hearing. Perfect hearing means submissive, faithful hearing. So why submission is required? Without submission, nothing will come. All this, the Vedic knowledge, especially the philosophical part, is called Upanishad. Before that is Karma Kanda, but the philosophical part, which is called Upanishad, anybody knows the meaning of Upanishad? I hope some of you might know. Upanishad means? Huh? Yes. Prabhu?
Sitting.
We're sitting near. And Upa means near. Sit near. Ni means niche, down. And Shad means, there are three connotations actually. Shad, one meaning is to sit, one meaning. Second meaning is to loosen. And the third meaning is to break. Shad. Is three connotations are there. So, to loosen the bondage, the material bondage, to break the shackles of this material attachment, and to sit and listen from the Guru. So, Upanishad, go near, sit down and listen. Why? To break, to loosen the bound. That is the purpose of Upanishad. So, therefore, everywhere it is mentioned. Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna also told that. Pranipatena, it starts with pranipat, submission. So, we should be submissive hearing, and then Krishna will become revealed by the words of the pure Vaishnavas. So then, sattvaṁ viṣṭabhyam. So, we are now in ignorance, we are now in passion, and we are sometime in goodness, but that goodness is also mixed with passion and ignorance. So, from this stage, to go to the Shuddha Sattva, the pure goodness, that is the only process, by hearing. All of us in this room, if we think about our spiritual journey from the beginning, what was the most powerful element which made us more inclined to Krishna. What was that element? Huh? Hearing. Only hearing. By hearing. We are all demons. At least I was demon. But then I heard, and then slowly the consciousness was started to change. So this is how it happens, by hearing. You imagine there are 5 sensory organs, but without other organs you can continue. But if you can't hear, somebody who can't hear, the boy, the small baby who can't hear from the birth, he's deaf since birth. Imagine, he will not understand anything. He doesn't know what does it call, he cannot produce sound because he has never heard anything. So you can, even if you show him something, he has eyes, but he cannot produce, okay, this is translation, the T, R, A, N. He doesn't know what is T, what is R, what is A. He doesn't know how to produce sound. So everything comes from sound. So if other organs are not working properly, that's okay. But if the sound organ is not working, then that's a big misfortune. So we should utilize this sound, these ears. Krishna has given these ears to hear. Srila Prabhupada used to say that my hobby was to hear Srila Bhakti Siddhanta daily. That was Prabhupada's hobby, hearing. And we all know that why Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur Prabhupada selected our Abhayacharya Prabhupada, because this boy is very attentive in listening. Very attentive in listening. So unless we are attentive in listening, we are submissive in listening. With attention, you can access the information. But with submission, you can access the mercy. Mercy will not come just by hearing attentively. Hearing attentively, but with submission. Therefore we need submissive hearing. When we submissively hear, then what happens? The devotees, the sadhus who are in pure goodness, they can also transmit, they can also transfer that pure goodness within us. Also our heart, our consciousness will also become pure. And then finally, svānāṁ no mṛḍayan vṛṣaḥ. So Krishna, Srila Prabhupada writes in the last sentence, is it because of that it is off? Anyway. So Prabhupada writes in the last sentence that the Vaikuṇṭha planets are very dear to the Vaishnavas, and for the progressive march of the Vaishnavas toward the kingdom of the God, the Lord himself helps his devotees. So the Lord himself helps his devotees in the whole process. In this beginning from hearing till the final attainment of Krishna's lotus feet. Who is helping us? Krishna. Through various media. Through various media he is helping us. Sometimes he is helping us through his devotees by teaching us Vedic knowledge, Vedic scriptures. He sends his devotees to preach. He is always activating, he is always keeping activated his Maya Shakti to punish us, to remind us about our eternal relationship with him. He has mercifully given, very mercifully given the scriptures to awaken our dormant Krishna consciousness in so many ways. He also sends various challenges in our life to humble us. He sends devotees to teach us. He sends books to awaken us. He sends challenges to mercy us, to give mercy on us, to humble us, so that we become humble. We don't feel that, okay, now I have progressed so much in Krishna consciousness. All of a sudden there will be big challenge. So we are forced to become humble. Krishna, your lotus feet is my only hope. Oi nanda tanuja kinkarang patitam mam vishame bhavam buddho kripaya tava pada pankaja sthita dhuli sadrisham vichinta. Please consider me as a particle of dust at your lotus feet, Krishna, because I have no other shelter than you. So this is Krishna who helps with it through the whole process. We have been in forgetfulness of Krishna for how many days? For time immemorial. We don't know. But Krishna is also waiting for us for time immemorial. We are in forgetfulness from him from time immemorial. He is also waiting for us from time immemorial. Ever waiting, ever waiting. For example, you go and some of your friends say that, okay, tomorrow we'll meet at 2 p.m. Okay, 2 p.m. I'll go there, he's not there. 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., then I call. Oh, sorry, actually I forgot. The next day, when he again gives a time for appointment, will you trust him?
He has already proven that 2 o'clock becomes 5 o'clock and he was sleeping. So maybe still you will go, because he told, and you are waiting. Again you are waiting. Okay, I am still willing to meet him, maybe in second meeting. But he misses. Then third day, no, I am not going to believe you. Because you have missed 2 appointments at a stage, so I don't want to believe you. But Krishna is always waiting for us, ever waiting. And he is also ever willing. Not only waiting, it's not that Krishna is like a father who has been standing on the doorstep to look for his lost son. Okay, when my son will be back? So he is waiting. But after a long time waiting, when he doesn't come, then okay, maybe he will not come. Okay, let me go back inside the house. But Krishna is not like that. He is waiting, he is willing. He is ever waiting, he is ever willing. But the father doesn't know where the son has gone. So what he can do only wait and wait. He cannot go to search his son because he doesn't know the address of his son, where he is lost. But Krishna, what does he say in Bhagavad Gita? Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishta. Wherever you go, in whatever species you go, I am always with you. So he is ever waiting, he is ever willing, he is ever working to take us back. Even if I become the worm of the stool worm, still Krishna is with us. Who else will be there with us? Our parents, our siblings, our children? Nobody will come. Only Krishna will come. Therefore he is the most intimate, deepest, and the nearest, and the best of the best of the best of the best of the best friend. Krishna. He is always helping us. He is ever waiting, ever willing, and ever working. How? Sending his devotees, giving scriptures, working through the Maya Shakti, sending challenges. So many ways Krishna is working to take us back. Come back, my dear son. Come back. But we have to accept his invitation. For example, the patient can be treated by the doctor. The doctor is ready to help him. But there is a paper where he has to sign that I am going to start your treatment. You have to sign here that you have no objection. So we have to give that no objection to Krishna. Yes, Krishna, you are willing to help me? Yes, I am also in the agreement with you. Yes, I am helping you. I am going to cooperate with you. We don't have to do anything. Everything will be done by the doctor, but patient has to just cooperate. So we are the patients. We have to cooperate with Krishna. Krishna is working. We just have to cooperate. Let the doctor treat me and I will tolerate. I will go through the process. So sometimes the injection might be a little painful, but accept it because it's for our good, our well-being. So Krishna is working. We see when Gajendra didn't know who's that Lord. He just said, if there is any Lord, please help me. So who came? Brahma, Indra, Shiva? Nobody came. But Krishna, okay, they may finish their lunch and then they may go. It will be late. Better I go first. So Krishna, immediately he came. So Krishna is always working for us, always helping. In this material world, sometimes those who are teaching us, they are frustrated. They are disappointed with us because seeing our inability, seeing our non-willingness. But Krishna, even seeing our unwillingness, he is still with us. He is always helping. Please do it. And any time, whatever mistakes, whatever blunders, whatever sinful activities you have done in your life, no problem. Absolutely no problem. Just one day you say, Krishna, I am yours. Krishna tomar hoye jodi bole ekbar, maya bandha hoite Krishna tare kare par. Just like the room has been in darkness for last 10,000 years. As soon as you put on the light, it is immediately illuminated. The bulb will not say, no, for 10,000 years in darkness, I will also take another 10,000 years to illuminate you. No. So Krishna is like that. Immediately you take shelter of Krishna. They have a proper saying. Surrender. Within 1 second, 1 moment, you can go back to Krishna. Just by surrendering to. So we have done so many mistakes, Krishna. I know that. And I am the most wretched, the most nastiest, but I want your shelter, Krishna. So please excuse all my mistakes, all my sinful activities. Can Krishna do it? Krishna is apapaviddham. He is prophylactic. He is antiseptic. He can do that. Okay, you surrender, I will surrender. So we have to just cooperate with Krishna. Krishna is always helping us, the most merciful Lord, the most merciful Lord. Nobody can be merciful than Krishna, more merciful than Krishna. So that is the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. Through Shabda, we take shelter, we surrender, and Krishna, yes, I am yours. Krishna ami tomar, I am yours. Please accept me. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We have 3 minutes left. Is there any question, comments, any corrections?
Hare.
Today is śabda-gocaraḥ.
Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
If you come here, Prabhu, and tell, I can hear. Yes. Oh, you can hear us.
So should I start from the beginning? Okay. So Prabhu, you mentioned that the qualification to read Bhagavatam, we should read under some person Bhagavatam. So it has been found, means there had been survey at different times in our ISKCON, and it has been found that many of devotees, they are not reading Prabhupada books daily, including leaders. So actually, Prabhupada, he has given stress on reading his books. So that is our qualification actually. And Prabhupada in his purports, he is speaking to us. And Prabhupada himself said that he is living with us through his books. He has said this. So I was just trying to understand that I think we should read Prabhupada books every day, because Prabhupada is there to talk to us. So you can speak on this.
I think this is not a question. You want me to speak something on this. Importance of reading. So, what are the evidence of falling back into Maya by not reading scriptures and being clung into Krishna's lotus feet by studying Srila Prabhupada's books daily? Who are the evidences? Who are the witnesses? We all are. We all know that. If we study, then how do we feel? If we don't study, then what is our situation? Just like you don't take the regular medicine, like the patients who has high BP, they have to every day take medicine. If they don't take, then on that day the pressure is very high. So to put it down under the optimal level, or to the optimal level, he has to take medicine. So similarly, Srila Prabhupada books are like that. Every day we have to study. Every day we have to study. Not only just reading, studying. Prabhupada, I don't remember exactly where, but I read it somewhere. There is a quote also there. If you don't read my books daily, you will fall down. It's not any abhishap, it's not any curse, but this is the natural effect of not studying Prabhupada's books. We will fall down. Fall down in ignorance. We actually are always fallen, but at least when we read, then we are uplifted, we are lifted by Prabhupada's mercy. Prabhupada's books are like the ropes, and the material energy is like the gravitational force, always pulling us down. And Srila Prabhupada's books are always helping us. If we grab to the rope of Srila Prabhupada's teachings, then we are always protected. If we just release the hand, then naturally we will fall down. We will fall down. So it is very, very important. The most important actually. To me, to my personal understanding, insignificant realization in this few years in Krishna consciousness, the most powerful thing, for me at least, is studying Srila Prabhupada books. Other things are support system, but Prabhupada books is the main pillar. And you have to, as Prabhupada also, the books are the basis. So this is the main pillar. So it's very important. Every day we have to read. Because the scriptures awaken us, our consciousness. Hare Krishna. Okay? Any other question? Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyasya patitanam